Good evening or morning, everyone. Welcome back to a new podcast. My name is Ian Said, but most people know me as Tacho. And today I had the pleasure to talk with LemonACE. As most people know, LemonACE has been a critical organizer for events in Indonesia, most notably for the biggest event in Southeast Asia in Ace High. We'll be talking about their journey not only as an organizer but also as an artist, and their choice to use an underrated character like Wii Fit Trainer, and much, much more. LemonACE, how are you?
Hello. I'm doing fine. How are you?
So far so good. I'm glad you're fine. So, do you want to start with the questions?
Yes, of course. By
Awesome,
all means.
awesome. So, I wanted to start the podcast knowing more about your past with the franchise of Smash. Everyone
Oh.
has their own journey through it and their own experience. So, how long have you been playing Smash as a game, like casually, and how
Hmm.
did you eventually enter into the competitive scene?
I don't really remember. I just remember. So, Nintendo in Indonesia is not that. It's not that famous. It's not that popular.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, if yeah, compared to America or Japan, Australia. Um, so the only popular ones back then was the Nintendo DS and Nintendo Wii. So after that, it just kind of fell off. Like no one here really knows it. They just play PlayStation. So Smash Bros is not a famous game at all. So my first exposure to Smash Bros was on Instagram. So I had like I guess I followed some Smash Bros players and they were pretty good at the game. Oh, yeah, one of them was named that Jack guy and the other one was GTAD.
Mm-hmm.
So DDD and Little Mac, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Fighting game. That's it." And then one day at school, I befriended some new people, and I befriended someone who said that she owned a Wii U and a 3DS, and I was like, "Oh, that's the Smash Bros console, right?" And she was very surprised that I knew the game because no one here knows it. So she's like, "Whoa, you know Smash Bros?" I was like, "Well, yeah, but I don't own the console, so like I don't play it." So she invited me to her house, and I started playing. And oh yeah, I already knew that there was Wii Fit Trainer in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I yeah, I immediately chose Wii Fit Trainer. Like I didn't try any other character. I
Damn.
immediately went for Wii Fit Trainer, and then I played, and then I got addicted. But it's a problem because I don't have a console,
Oh.
and yeah, I had to visit her place to play. But eventually, in around 2021, I think,
Mm-hmm.
I finally got a Switch, and I bought Smash, and then I started actually trying the game, and yeah, joining a tournament. So I guess the first time was 2021, I think.
Damn. The first time you enter an event, or the first time uh you knew about the competitive scene?
First time I knew about first time I joined an event.
Okay. So interesting. You started with a trainer from Smash 4, so a character
Yeah.
that wasn't good. It wasn't good. It was like bottom 15, bottom 10 maybe.
Bro.
Not gonna lie, I loved Wii Fit Trainer and Smash 4. I just hated
Oh,
Smash
let's
4.
go. Oh.
Uh, So going back to the first event, do you remember how you found out about this event? What was the
Oh
event?
yeah.
What
Yeah,
how did
yeah.
it go?
So it was horrible because it was my first time and then I was immediately on stream.
Mm,
So everybody got to watch a guy like completely kill a high schooler. Not a high school. I wasn't even was it high school? Okay, look, I forgot what grade I was. But yeah,
damn.
I did I did enjoy it though cuz it I guess it made me feel like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to be competitive now." Uh so well, I enjoy meeting new faces and people and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'd say it's overall good. The first event was called Batavia Brawl.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Wait, in my mind I was like, wait, is this a brawl event? No, no, it has
No,
it shouldn't be a brawl event.
no, no, it's
Wait,
not.
is it a PM event? No, no, it shouldn't be.
No, no.
um, so, how was it? How was your experience there then?
Yeah, well, I didn't play too well. I 0-2'd.
Oh,
Um,
that
it
makes sense.
was a bit embarrassing because I was facing a Link that definitely knew what he was doing. Like I think he did bomb recoveries, dude. Like at the time, my only form of training was going against a level 8 CPU.
Oh,
So
not even level 9. Oh,
no, no, no. I was like going against level 8 CPUs and I was like, yeah, I'm ready.
oh,
So yeah.
damn, that's rough. Hello to Nitrify here in the chat.
Hello, Nitrify.
So, where does the tag LemonACE comes from?
Oh my god. Um okay, this is how do I say this? Wait, let me think about it.
Wait, don't tell me it's a not safe for work tag.
No, what? No.
Okay, thank God.
Yo, it's
I had this type I had this type of players in my interviews before with not safe for work tags. It was awful. It was cringe.
no. This is the opposite of that. This is like
Okay, cool,
this is
cool, cool, cool,
holy.
cool, cool,
This is
cool.
holy, dude. No, now
Oh,
I low key want to tell it. Okay, okay. So, um, when I was in like elementary school, I really like lemons.
okay.
Okay, so I was the only one in class who could eat lemons because everybody else like, ew, that's sour, and I'm like, what? I like it. So I named myself Lemoner, like with an ER.
Mhm,
Uh, and then that was my tag since elementary school to forever.
mhm,
And then one day in like I think seventh grade, sixth grade, there was this game at school where everyone was given a card, like a poker card,
mhm.
and you're not told what that card is, and you're not allowed to look at it. So you have to put it on your forehead, and then you have to let your friends, um, like treat you the way your card is. Like yeah, what card you got.
Mhm.
So, for example, if you got a low card, your friends should treat you like crap. And if you got like a high card, like a king or whatever, they'll be like, "Oh, your Majesty," or something like that. And then you have to guess what your card is based on how other people treat you. And so at that point in life, okay, at that point in life, so okay, I'm just gonna say it. I'm a Christian, right, in
Mhm.
Indonesia.
Yeah,
And at the time I was not really sure about like
your
yeah,
faith.
I was not sure about yeah, like a lot of things. And at the time I just prayed in my heart for no reason. Like I said like okay God, whatever card I get is my value. Like my value in Christ, I guess.
Mhm.
And then basically at the end of the game I found out that my card was an ace card, and that's like the highest card in the deck. So I was like, holy crap. Why is it like the one time I pray like that, like suddenly like something insane happens like this? So that's why I changed my name from Lemoner to Lemon Ace.
Mhm.
Yeah, just because of that, honestly. It's been my tag since.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Uh, and quite interesting. I think this is the first time someone uh uh tells their tag because it was something linked to religion.
Uh-huh.
Wait, is it?
What? Sorry.
I'm trying to remember if it is or not. No,
Oh, okay.
I think it is. I'm 95% sure that it is, but it could be there
Okay.
could be a 5% where it's like Tacho, do you don't remember me? And it's like oh crap. um, so I think it's 95% sure. I personally am not religious. I'm agnostic.
Oh, okay.
So I don't identify with any religion, but at the same time, who
Mm-hmm.
am I to say that religion doesn't exist?
Oh, uh-huh.
So yeah, I personally I'm unbiased with any type of religion. If a
Mm-hmm.
religion makes someone happy, then who am I to tell them that that religion doesn't exist?
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I think I don't know. I'm indifferent towards religion, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, this type of this type of question is kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. So next question.
Yeah.
What are your opinions about on organization on events in Southeast Asia right now?
Like opinions as in like what?
Like for example, what are your damn? That's a good question. That's a good kind of question. Um, So, how is the organization of events in Southeast Asia normally, and what are your opinions about it?
How events are normally?
Yeah.
Um, I mean, like in Indonesia, Batavia Brawl, the first one that I joined, it was pretty good.
Mhm.
And after that was COVID, so there
Oh,
wasn't really anything.
yeah.
And then there was this summit kind of tournament, which is Puncak. Well, I think Puncak's really fun.
Mhm.
Um, but after that, I started being the TO.
Yeah.
So I don't what like so it's basically asking like my own opinions about my own tournaments.
Damn, I never thought about
Um,
that. I thought that there were multiple TOs in Indonesia.
oh, um, they're like, well, there are a few, yeah, but it's not like in America where they're just different groups.
Mhm.
This is like, yeah. So for example, I continued Batavia Brawl. Like I invited my friend. His name is Chan,
Mhm.
to help TO with me.
Yeah.
Um, so it's honestly I've been involved with them even though they're with other TOs.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, how do you feel is the level of the competitive scene in Indonesia in comparison to other communities in Southeast Asia or Asia
Like the
aside from
level?
Japan? Yeah.
Um well, I clearly suck. Okay, so maybe like my opinions probably don't I don't think I can make a good opinion, but based on what my friends say
Mhm.
who are good at like on the PR of the game, they all say that compared to other countries, Indonesia is pretty bad.
Okay.
Um so I guess I'll go with their opinion.
Understandable. But I've heard that in terms of Southeast Asia, like Singapore is at their top, and then is I mean for what I take, I think Singapore is like number one in Southeast Asia. Then is Indonesia. Then is Thailand, and then
Um,
is wait, it's gonna be tricky because as a Western competitor, I'm counting Southeast Asia with East Asia, so I'm kind of trying
no, no, yeah.
to remember
I
the
think
yeah.
you're missing Philippines.
Sorry.
I think you're missing the Philippines.
Yeah, that's true. And I interviewed two Filipino players.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, so I think it's Singapore, then Philippines, then Indonesia, and then Thailand. Or maybe Indonesia and Thailand could be interchangeable, but I think the top two is strong.
I see. Well, hmm. Yeah, I'm not I'm not too sure about that. I don't think I can say anything too.
Fair enough, don't worry. So out of all the characters in the game, why Wii Fit Trainer?
Because she's so out of place. Like everyone makes sense that they're in it. Like for example, Mario, yeah, he's not a fighting game character, but he's literally the brand like Bros, Super Smash Bros. And for example, I don't know, like Duck Hunt. Well, he was technically from like a shooting game, right? And then what we have? Mm, who else do we have?
I mean, for
Well,
that same extension, it is kind of weird having Mr. Game and Watch or PD or Piranha Plant.
yeah, I do think Piranha Plant's weird. Yeah, I do think he was weird, but back then there was no Piranha Plant, right?
Sure.
As for Game and Watch, I was also interested in him, but um, I feel like I think I was more drawn to Wii Fit Trainer because I think she was more surprising to me.
Mhm.
Like Game and Watch is understandable because that was pretty much it was like legendary back then. Like my parents or
Mhm.
my grandparents, if they don't know Smash Bros, they will know Game Watch because everybody played it back then.
Mhm.
So I understand he might be inserted because he's like a legendary or he's like an icon.
Yeah.
But for Wii Fit, it's like nobody really knows Wii Fit like unless you own a Wii or
Yeah.
something like that. And she's she's harmless, like she's a yoga instructor. So like I was like, whoa, like one of her moves is just breathing. Like that's awesome. Like, something like that.
Understandable. So, how where do you see Wii Fit Trainer in the current meta of Smash Ultimate?
Ah, I well in like famous tournaments, I never really see we fit in top 8, right? So
Fair enough.
I I don't know. I guess people consider her pretty bad.
Hmm. Honestly, it's kind of weird because my previous interview was also with a Wii Fit main. No, wait,
Oh,
was it?
nice.
Yeah, it was HD Trainer from Spain, like the
Oh,
best Wii Fit from Europe.
oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I have interviewed. This is like the fourth or fifth Wii Fit main that I've interviewed.
Ooh, okay.
If I'm not mistaken, like this, I've interviewed. Um, I interviewed Dankles, the best Wii Fit in Brazil.
Whoa.
Midleo, the best Wii Fit trainer in Latin America. Then HD trainer. Wait, no, there has to be one in the mid. Let me check before I make up.
Well, now you're talking to the best Wii Fit trainer in Indonesia.
Possibly in Southeast Asia.
No, well, okay. Actually, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh yeah, and the best five, the best Wii Fit trainer in Uruguay. S. So five.
In
This is the
where?
fifth. This is the fifth interview that I make with a Wii Fit trainer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I love watching Wii Fit trainer. Mostly because
Oh, yeah.
I think it's
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Europe has a strong player base from Wii Fit trainers.
Uh-huh.
There's like
Uh,
10 Wii Fit. There's like 10 active Wii Fit trainers there. So
whoa,
and
okay.
mostly in Spain or in France. So
Oh, I see.
there's a lot of chances for Wifit to get top 8 and like nationals there.
Oh, okay, okay. That's cool.
Yeah,
The only top Wii Fit trainer player I talk to is John Numbers because I ask him for help.
fair enough.
Yeah,
Um,
like I asked him for advice, and he's a pretty good guy.
yeah, I bet. I think that right now, as it is, I think with it is possible. Like from what I've heard from players, I think with it is like in the borderline high tier, like mid tier, but but getting into high tier.
Oh,
Um,
really? Well, I mean, she is. Look, if you know how to use Wii Fit, like it can be very broken because deep breathing is just so. There's this guy in my country named Saber.
mhm.
He he calls it Jesus mode.
Damn.
Yeah, because it's like, bro, like she heals and then makes everything more powerful. It's just Arsene. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I guess people could utilize that, and a lot of her like combos or strings or whatever could get you to a high percent very easily.
Hmm.
And her jab grounds. So yeah,
I don't know how
I think.
useful is that though. I never seen it on like on like top level usage because
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah. Well,
I
I
mean
guess I should cook then.
I know it's there, but like
Yeah, I know it's there.
how useful it is. It's
I know it's there, but I'm not a believer.
It's like the it's like the meteor smash, or like it's like the meteor smash of the fair of Wii Fit Trainer that dunks. I know it's there. I know it can happen, but how useful it is. I don't know.
Oh my god.
I think a lot of usage with the trainer has it's like the Twitter combos. Like how useful are those?
Winter combos.
Yeah, like the side B cancel into like you use the ball with different moves,
Oh god, okay.
and that
Yeah, I
transforms
think I've
into a
seen them.
combo, or like the deep breathing
Oh,
combos as well. Like I know that HD trainer used that a lot, but how
uh-huh.
useful are they actually?
Dude, you're asking the wrong guy, man. I don't,
Fair
I
enough.
don't. Oh man, dude, I would look up bread and butter combos on YouTube, and then before class, I would just be laughing them and failing them every single time until class starts, and then I just get stressed out because I'm like, wow, I cannot even do bread and butter combos. So like,
Fair enough.
yeah, I'm horrible, man.
No, I understand that. Well, no worry. You're talking also with a Lucas main that barely does the job
It barely does the job.
against a quarter of the cast. Like,
Oh my god.
yeah. So have you played any other character in a tournament setting?
No, no, obviously not.
Really?
Oh, you know what? You know what? I'll tell you this. I went from red female Wii Fit to yellow male Wii Fit.
Why? Why the worst skin? Why? I understand if it is the yellow with it because that's actually goated. But the yellow with it? Wait, no.
No,
Green.
no.
Wait. Green male with a trainer is worse.
Oh,
But
oh my god.
yellow male with a trainer?
Dude,
That's.
I look, man, there was this tournament where I was going against a guy that I never won against.
Mhm.
And then when I switched to yellow male, I started winning. And I actually won against him.
Okay.
So I was like, I am now a yellow male believer.
Sure. 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 Uh. Okay. Um. So how do you feel about the overall ultimate meta?
Don't you think it keeps changing? Like,
Yeah, it
right?
does.
You can't ask me that because like I'm not given enough time to feel.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
What is it now? I don't even know what it is now. Um, I just know that people were complaining about Game and Watch and Steve being in top eights.
Hmm.
Like I that's all I know right now.
Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna
Um,
ask.
yeah.
What's your perspective on some scenes banning Steve? Like, do you think that they that that Steve deserves the ban, or and do you think that Indonesia will ever ban Steve?
I don't think Indonesia will ever ban it. No, I don't think Indonesia will. But in general, I'm not sure. Like, I feel like okay, you can ban whoever you want. That's up to the tournament organizers.
Hmm.
But me personally, I will never do that because they are characters that are supposed to be played in the game. And even though like Steve is broken or whatever, like come on, what do you expect? This is like a game you play with your cousins. Like there's bound to be a character like that. So I feel like I wouldn't ban it because like it's a character in the game that you can play and use. So just play it. Like if you want to play Smash, I guess deal with it. And if you hate Steve or like you think Steve's broken, then I guess use Steve. I don't know, man. Like, well, that's
if
what I think.
if you can defend them, join them, sort of thing.
Join them. Yeah.
Damn. I mean, for me personally, I think I do you know the Let's Make Big Moves tournament series in the U.S.?
Yeah. L. Yeah, yeah, the one that Nail's going to, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Uh-huh.
So that tournament series, the main organizer, put
Uh-huh.
out the Google Docs with anyone could answer it, and it was like, do you want Steve banned at our tournaments? Let the public decide. And
Oh,
he was
okay.
like, and like there were 3,000 people that voted, and for the people that were attending, like 60% or 70% said yes, and 35% said no. And for the people
Oh.
that weren't attending the event, 55% answered yes, and 45% answered no.
Oh, I see.
So, well, first of all, yeah, the Let's Make Big Moves Miami and Let's Make Big Moves tournaments are gonna ban Steve, but
Oh, okay.
Um, but I remember that Death Spade, the best Bayonetta in one of the best Bayonetta and Sora mains in the U.S., was like, oh,
Uh-huh.
so there are people that are not attending the event, but are enjoying the suffering for people that has to play.
Enjoying the suffering.
Yeah, enjoying the suffering, and I was like, and I responded like, I mean, I like watching Steve. Like, I love watching Onin. It's one of my favorite players.
Yeah.
Same goes
Yeah,
for
yeah.
same goes for Chuck Yukin from Puerto Rico, and Cian from Colombia,
Mm,
and many others that play Steve. But I understand if people don't like playing or watch them, and my opinion shouldn't have as much value as people that will actively play in events where Steve is attending.
right.
So my opinion shouldn't be as much value as the people that has to tolerate the Steve meta. So if people want to ban them or not, that's up to the TOs and the main players that are gonna play
Right.
against against the character.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how strong is Steve in Southeast Asia.
Oh, dude, there are only like two Steve players in Indonesia, and I have fun. I have fun playing against them. Like
Yeah.
I like it when they set me up, or if they play some blocks, and then they're like, "Whoa, card, mine card," and I die. Like, well, yeah. I mean, I generally like not even just Steve. I generally get impressed when someone way better than me just suddenly like bodies me. I'm like, "Whoa, that's insane." So honestly, yeah, I I guess I maybe yeah, yeah, everyone's different, I think.
Fair enough. So, how do you feel? I mean, do you feel happy about how Ultimate ended, or will you have liked something or someone else added?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, in general, I just really like looking forward to like they have oh, secret character and then it will be revealed. I feel like maybe I enjoy more that like the vibe around it rather
Mm-hmm.
than the character itself. I enjoy having people talk about like, "Oh, it's got to be this guy or it's got to be that guy." And then I enjoy people like being like reacting and be like, "Oh, no way, it's this guy." Or something like that.
Yeah.
I really like that sense of community.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
But if you're asking if I wanted a character in Smash, I well, I'm not actually sure. Maybe someone from TF2.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And what about patches, or what about other in-game content?
Oh, honestly, I oh right, they stopped patches. I couldn't like I'm not that much of like someone who analyzes every part of the game. So I don't know about patches.
Fair enough.
Oh, maybe sometimes, they're like holes in the stage, right? Like I don't know why some are actually really bad and they're still there. So maybe yeah, those weird stuff.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, there were a lot of in-game bugs from characters like
Yeah.
Steve and even Ike,
Oh, yeah.
weirdly enough.
Oh, Steve. Yeah. Oh,
Uh,
Ike.
yeah, when you use the neutral B in some specific scenarios, the sword can and you use it, the sword can still glow.
Oh, I see.
It's weird.
Huh.
It's like 10 seconds, 15 seconds that happen until you use
Huh.
either again, weirdly enough, or you get a stock you have an or you get a stock taken and it goes back to normal. It's weird. It's pretty weird.
Uh,
It's
I see.
cool, but it's a glitch. It shouldn't happen.
Mm. Yeah.
So you were one of the main organizers in Indonesia, but I wanna ask first, how do you eventually enter into the world of organizing events?
So yeah, it was like since Batavia Brawl,
Hmm.
I befriended some people in the community, and then we became a friend group.
Hmm.
And so COVID, like we couldn't do anything. And I remember around after COVID, there were people in the group being like, "Yo, we should do our own summit." And I was like, "That's so cool!" Like they're gonna invite like lots of Indonesian top players and stuff. And I was like, I made the logo for it and stuff. But then plans started to get like downhill because like the venue couldn't be used or something like that.
Mm.
So I got information from a friend at school that there is an internet cafe, and the internet cafe has Nintendo Switches.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh, cool. I'll go there and I'll talk with like the owner to talk about who knows the summit could be held there. And so I did talk to the owner, and we got a pretty good deal and stuff.
Hmm.
And we ended up holding it there. So that was the first time I was kind of involved because I was the one who, I guess, got the new venue. Yeah, something like that.
Awesome.
That's how I got into it.
And how was the journey from there to now?
Oh, I definitely learned a lot because I remember like during that summit one, there were lots of stuff that I didn't know, like how it works and everything. And of course, I feel like every tournament that I organize is like another level that I have to learn. Lots of stuff I have to learn, like working with people or managing things, communication, and like scheduling and timing
Hmm.
and all that. And then now finances. So like every new tournament is like a new lesson for me, I guess.
Yeah, I understand completely. Uh, and yeah, as an amateur TO, I understand completely. Um, so you were part of the organization of possibly the biggest or most stacked tournament in Southeast Asia. So how is organizing Ace High?
um, well, I overall I'd say it's worth it. Like at first it was kind of stressful for me, but overall yeah, I think it's worth it. Because Ace High started as a dream. I honestly, um, it would be really impossible. Like Ace High is actually impossible. But I guess I got to do it, um, by the hand of God. But like, in all seriousness, I I did kind of start alone.
Hmm.
Um, and I was kind of confused because we are really grassroots, and finding sponsors was very difficult
Yeah.
because no one would believe. Because you know, since I had nothing, I talked to there's this guy named Gary Onko in Indonesia.
Hmm.
He is the owner of a pretty popular esports team called Boom Esports.
Hmm. Yeah.
Uh, I was talking to him about my problems with organizing and how I couldn't find sponsors, and he told me that I'm supposed to sell dreams. So I'm not supposed to just tell them, "Oh, hey, can you help us out because we have no money? We'll promote you on this event," and then that's it. He said that I should make promises or like what my dreams are. I should tell the sponsor my dream. So I should say stuff like, "Oh, this is gonna be the biggest event in Southeast Asia. Oh, you're gonna be associated with us forever, and we'll take you higher and everything like that. Like I should tell them my dreams.
Yeah.
And so I started doing that, and of course there are sponsors that also were not interested, but God is gracious, and I eventually got a lot of like sponsors and donations that really helped with the yeah, really helped with Ace High.
Yeah.
So it was kind of hard, it was kind of stressful because there are a lot of things that I managed on my own at first. And then after people helped, it also has like other things that I have to think about. But overall, I'd say I enjoyed it and I'm happy. Um yeah, I'm happy I got to bring everybody together and I'm
Awesome.
happy people got to be involved. Yeah.
That's awesome. So you have entered bless you. You have entered uh a team recently. So what is Tava and how did you enter into this team?
Sava is a Sava is a French team actually. It's like
Oh
it's from
really?
France.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Uh-huh. So they were recruiting and I guess I got recruited. Yeah. Honestly, I think it's pretty new.
Mhm.
So, um and since some people are not in France, I guess the way they try to have this sense of community is by telling people to join like online tournaments
Mhm.
that other members are joining, stuff like that. But yeah, it's not like a it's like a huge team. It's not like Team Liquid. So yeah, it's like it's fun to be in one because like I get to practice with lots of people and like get to talk to them
Mhm.
and I get to help out as well. So I kind of help with design sometimes.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I guess I just really like interacting with people and being part of like a group or a community.
Awesome. So yeah, I was gonna get into design. How, when, and why did you start drawing or in getting into design?
Oh, I've been drawing since kindergarten. I just didn't get good. Oh, quote unquote good, okay? Because I still don't think I'm good. But finally it's like started drawing not cringe in like um high school, I think. I don't even know if the word is high school. Sometimes my English sucks.
I
But
think
yeah, I
I think high
yeah.
school is from. I mean, at least here in Argentina and some countries in South America, I think high school is between the ages of um maybe 12 or 11, 12 to 17, 19, 17, 18, 19.
Okay, yeah, I guess maybe I guess that's right. And yeah, I've liked drawing since I was younger, but I only kind of yeah got better at it in high school, like recently. And then um, so my mom is a graphic designer,
Oh,
and I guess sometimes she teaches me about design theory and stuff.
yeah.
And I guess that's why I just like doing it for fun. Like I draw on my phone, so if I'm waiting for someone in the toilet, I just draw on my phone. Or if I get inspired, I'm like, oh, like I need to make a comic, and then I draw the comic. Or it's just I guess it's just that hobby. Like
Okay. Yeah, I understand completely. So, do you prefer drawing digitally or on paper?
to be honest, on paper, but like it's messy.
Mm.
So I do need a combination of both. Like I think I prefer having like a sketch on the paper
Mhm.
and like and then I trace it on on the phone, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is there any advice you would like to give to anyone watching that would like to start drawing?
um I think you have to be good at paying attention or remembering how things are because I know some artists are very excited and eager to draw like, oh, I want to draw anime, I want to draw anime girls. But they don't really know how it works.
Mhm.
So like, how do I? Okay, I need to think about how to word this.
Okay.
Uh, hold on.
It's okay.
I Yeah, I'd say don't like just pay attention to what you see and like don't feel like the first your first art style should be anime. I guess that's what I want to say. I hope that's not harsh, but like if you immediately do that, there are gonna be some things that you're gonna mess up because anime is usually the result of someone who already understands what a human being looks like,
Mhm.
and then they turn it into that style. But
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people, including myself, I guess back then, immediately wants to draw in that style without really understanding how it goes. So like, yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. I,
Uh-huh.
I, I definitely understand. I have a couple of important friends in my life that draw and that artists. So I understand. Like I ask, bro, how do I draw this? And they're like, dude, for you to draw this, you need to understand this first, and then
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
this, and then this to actually do this. And I'm like, I better just play Smash.
I just randomly smash. That is so real. That
Yeah,
is so real.
yeah.
That is actually so real, dude.
So we've been talking a lot with LemonACE. Now I want to talk with the person behind that tag. So
Oh,
tell us, what do you like to do besides playing video games and drawing?
uh, I okay. You asked me what I like to do, not what I'm good at, right?
Yes.
Okay. If it's what I like to do, I I kind of liked making music, to be honest.
Really?
Um,
It's cool.
yeah, but I'm not good at it.
Fair
So,
enough.
um, yeah, I guess making music and playing the piano.
Hmm.
And again, I'm not good at playing the piano, so um, what else? What else do I like to do? I Why is this a hard question? It's not supposed to be hard. Uh, hmm. You got me contemplating life, dude. I um huh. Well, I do like I guess I like dressing up.
Okay.
I know it's weird. It's weird, but like yeah, I like dripping. I think that's the word.
I mean, I understand how it feels to like actually have a whole set of clothing and accessories in your in your belly. Like, this will look awesome on me. And then when you're trying,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
feels satisfactory to actually wear it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh shit, it has a hole. Now I have to
Oh
change the
no.
whole thing. Or we're like, well, oh shit, it has a hole. Screw it.
Oh my god.
Depends.
Yeah,
Of course,
dude.
it depends on the place of the hole, but for example, if it is a hole in my armpit, I will be like, screw it. No one is gonna find
No
out
one's gonna
about it.
see it, right?
No one is gonna see it.
Yeah, yeah.
Hopefully.
No one's gonna see it.
Uh, but if it is like in my back or something like that, I will be like, oh shit, I have to change this.
Oh my god, yeah.
Unless I'm using like a jacket on top. But if I'm not, or if it is a hole that is pretty noticeable in like the back of the neck, then I'm like, oh yeah, I have to change this.
Because it's obvious and then like people are gonna talk about it, right?
Yeah, I went to a tournament with a T-shirt that was epic, but it had a huge hole on the back of the neck. Like
No.
basically if you do this, if you do like a little like I don't know how to explain it. Like if you like tear it up a little bit, it will just broke the t-shirt hole. And I was
No.
and I was like, damn, I didn't notice about that. And people were like, you didn't notice the hole, the big
Oh
ass
my
hole it
god.
has on the back of the neck. And I was like, I mean, I noticed, but I didn't thought it was gonna be that huge. Uh, so I ended up changing the t-shirts in the bathroom of the venue.
How did you get another one?
I had a backup in change of in the slim chance or actually in the in the big ass chance that the t-shirt
Dude,
would look kind of weird with a hole.
wait, you were prepared.
I was prepared, of course.
That's insane.
I go to scouts. I need to be prepared at all times.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, fortunately I was prepared. I went also with a T-shirt from a band that I really like, and it
A
was
band? Yeah?
yeah, like a rock band,
What was the band?
Black Sabbath.
What?
Black Sabbath is a
Oh,
heavy.
Black Sabbath. Yeah, I know, I know. Uh-huh.
Okay, so before that, I went with the same T-shirt every tournament. Like it was a Legend of Zelda T-shirt, and after that day, I was like, man, I'm gonna go with band T-shirts or T-shirts that I like generally
Okay.
like that I have because otherwise I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
be stressed the hell out of not using this T-shirt at every time every Friday.
Okay.
It was weird. Um, so I gotta ask because I'm quite intrigued about it. How
Uh-huh.
easy is to travel through Indonesia?
You mean towards Indonesia?
So what? Sorry?
You mean like to Indonesia?
No, like through Indonesia.
Through?
Yeah,
What do you
like Indonesia is a really big country, but it's
Oh
formed
yeah.
by different islands, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh
How
yeah. Uh-huh.
how easy is to travel through through said country?
Mm, I it is pretty easy. Like, yeah, not yeah. They don't really ask for anything. Like, you don't need a green card.
Okay. But is it by bus, by train, by subterranean, like boat? How is it?
From where to where?
Hmm.
Like from where exactly to where?
Oh, let me check. I didn't have a map prepared. Sorry. So, um, so for example, if I wanted to travel to Borneo to Jakarta or to Java, how
Uh-huh.
how easy is that?
Um, wait, Borneo.
Wait, Borneo is from it's in Indonesia, right?
Yeah, but I think people usually use a plane.
Oh, really?
I I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Uh-huh. But if you're saying like from Jakarta to Tangerang or Jakarta to Bandung or something,
Hmm.
you could just use a car. Like it's just 30 minutes, dude.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how easy and is it hard to get confused between the different time zones in Indonesia? Because I definitely did while researching for this interview.
Oh, really? I feel like Indonesia is just so the main one is GMT plus 7, right? Which is where I'm at right now.
Hmm.
And hmm, not really, because it's usually just like 1 hour after and then like 2 hours after. So I don't think it's that hard.
I mean, I actually did because there are three different time zones, and I was like, Indonesia time zones, three time zones. I was like, wait, what is the time zones for lemonade?
Yeah. It's Western Indonesia time.
Yeah, so it was hard. It was hard for me. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, I understand.
um, Here Nitrify is asking, Lemonade, what was your favorite thing about Ace High, or like what you like the most about it?
Hmm. I That's a very great question. Um, I do I do enjoy seeing everything come together and seeing everybody make friends. So I'd say it's the friends we made along the way.
The sweet anime quote.
No, yeah, but like yeah. Well, yeah, the friends we made along the way.
Fair enough.
Um, hmm. I remember so there's this guy from Thailand named Lukrung. He's also the
Yeah,
TO there.
yeah.
And also he brought Eldin and Zion, which is two other new Thai members. So we were eating out for dinner, because Hurt wanted to eat Indonesian food, so I invited everybody to go together.
Mhm.
And while I was outside helping Lukrung, Zion, and Eldin like pick food, what they said really touched my heart because they they talked to me about how much they really enjoyed this experience, and they were talking about Lukrung at least said that from every other major that he has been to, he really liked Ace High the most.
Oh.
And Eldin and Zion agreed, saying that Ace High felt different because they could feel that um, I'm trying to get everyone to like get to know each other, and I guess maybe they felt like a family bond with
Mhm.
this event. It's not just showing up. I'm gonna play in this tournament and going home. So it's like, yeah, it's like a family retreat, I guess. And I'm happy they all felt that way. Because I like when they were the last day, they were like it was pretty emotional, I'd say. Um, yeah, I feel like it stuck to a lot of people, including myself. And I'm happy that they have a very good impression of Ace High in Indonesia because of that.
I'm so happy for you. I'm really happy for you.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me feel sad that I didn't actually try to do this for my tournaments because I didn't had a lot of time.
Oh no, yeah.
Literally the last national that I made, the next day I got sick, so I couldn't
No.
I couldn't like interact with the players that attended the event. I was like, fuck.
Oh man, I see, I see.
Here Natrify said Bronze Wing Vice was different for real. I don't know what's
No, that's
Bronze
so
Wing.
true.
What's Bronze
Okay,
Wing?
so you need to know this. I
Okay.
so Bronze Wing is the name of the guest house that sponsored free rooms.
Oh.
So that's why the way I promoted Ace High to the foreigners was saying that if you're fast and you send me your plane ticket, I can save you a room at Bronze Wing.
Mhm.
And so that's why they had a family bond as well, is because everybody stayed in the same house.
Oh.
So it was like a gamer house. Um it was fun because like in the morning like people would be playing Smash at the dining table,
Mhm.
and then I could hear people yelling, screaming, and going to each other's rooms, playing Uno and everything. Like it was really fun. It was really fun. And like for example, 8 player Ganondorf Smash,
Oof.
it's just it's like, yeah, wow, like these are people that I met online that I've never met,
Mhm.
and then I met them this way, and it's so touching to see to see the human side of them, because like it's not they're not just an internet personality.
Mhm.
but they're actual people you interact with and you laugh with. And yeah, I get, dude, it's unforgettable. Like now when I go back to Runswing and visit, I would cry because like it's different now. Like no, but like they're not there anymore. It's like other actual guests there now.
Hmm.
It's yeah, the Brunswing vibes I'd say was very different, and I really enjoyed it. I'm glad I got to spend time there, even though it was kind of also part of my job because I couldn't just leave them alone, obviously. But like, um, it's yeah, it's really great, and I enjoyed it, and everybody who was there also enjoyed it, and I'm so glad. Yeah.
Mm, awesome. Hello, people in the chat. Shovel Form and Neko Gear. Thanks, Neko Gear, for.
Oh,
Uh,
Neko Gear was one of the people who helped out at Bronzewing too. He
oh,
was a very good host. He's a very good host.
awesome. Uh,
Yeah.
this next question is a little bit personal. If you don't want to get a little bit in, if you don't want to get too much into it, it's perfectly fine. So, in what ways has the pandemic affected your overall life outside of Smash and video games?
Pandemic. Um, I think it made me lazier, like in general,
Oh,
cause like classes were online, right?
yeah.
So it kind of got me off the habit of just staying in my room
Mhm.
and stuff because like you weren't allowed to go out. Like I'm someone who really likes going out, but you can't. And it just kind of I think turned it into a habit for me back then to just stay in my room and sleep. Like I just like if I were to attend a Zoom meeting, I would just be wearing my uniform on the top and then at the bottom is my pajamas. So like
Fair enough.
yeah.
Fair enough. So how did you ever had COVID?
Really no.
Really?
No. Yeah. Well, what about you?
I had COVID 3 times in the last year.
3 times?
Yeah, 3 times.
Yo. Okay.
Yeah, because so the first time I got COVID, it was in a birthday party of one of my wife's friends, and it was a time where the vaccines were up. Like I had 2 vaccines at the time, and at that party, more than half of the people there didn't get vaccinated. Like didn't believe it or didn't actually get it or didn't want to get it. So after that party, everyone but one person got COVID.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was awful, and the worst part about it, it was there were 40 degrees outside, so we had the fever plus the extreme weather outside, plus the horrible body pain, and well, my wife and I, we both have respiratory problems, so the
Oh
coughing was
no.
horrible. Uh,
No.
yeah, it was horrible.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry to hear that.
No, I mean the other 2 times I was asymptomatic, so it didn't had any issues at all. I mean there
Oh,
was the
okay.
coughing for sure,
Uh-huh.
but other than that it wasn't that bad.
I see, I see.
Yeah. Um. So here in the chat, Nekogear, Shovel Form, and Nitrify said BG or DG a lot. I don't know what that. I don't know what that means.
Okay. That's Neko Gear's name.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
If people watching would like to ask any question to LemonACE, this is your last chance. In the meantime, we will proceed with the lightning round questions. Here's the moment where not necessarily you have to answer these questions as fast as you can, but nevertheless, there wasn't a specific stage of the podcast where I could throw these random questions at you. So, LemonACE, are you ready?
Yes. I hope so.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. First of all, Shoveled Form actually asked a question before, and
Oh, okay.
I couldn't read it. So, what does Neo is like in real life?
Um, what he's like in real life?
Yeah,
What, like the
like outside of
okay.
their internet persona, maybe,
Oh,
or
he
Smash persona.
hmm. Well, I guess first of all, he's a very skilled player, yeah.
Mhm.
That's for sure. And second of all, he's actually pretty sweet. He's a pretty sweet guy.
Oh.
Um, I mean, like, I guess like everybody, right? Um, of course, there are gonna be times where, like, nobody's perfect, but like, I feel like everything's understandable.
Mhm.
And yeah, he's pretty cool. I see a lot of people really look up to him and are very like they're very what do you call it? Very like impressed by him, I guess. And yeah, I mean I'm glad he came. I'm glad he came because he's pretty nice and thoughtful. And yeah, he's an overall sweet guy.
Mhm.
So,
Uh,
yeah, I did enjoy him coming over. Yeah.
here, Neko Gear said he was a little bit out of energy because he couldn't get a monster in Indonesia. What?
Oh, yeah, he likes Monster Energy, but
Yeah.
Indonesia doesn't have it. Like it's only
Really?
imported. Yeah, it's imported and not all imported stores actually have it. It's like only in certain places.
Oh. Man, that sucks. I mean, I understand why. It's not easy to get Monster Energy drinks.
Uh-huh.
As a matter of fact, my wife, she's Venezuelan, and
Uh-huh.
and I remember distinctively we both love Monster Energy drinks, and she was like, "Man, this is bullshit. How Venezuela has more flavors of Monster Energy drink than here in Argentina? It should be the other way around." They kind of
I've never tried Monster Energy, man.
really damn. I
Like, they
mean,
don't have it here, so like,
it's understandable. But as far as I know, from players from the north of the west, Monster Energy drinks are different from different places. For example, in the U.S. are more um, are less flavored in some ways, and here in Argentina, for example, Monster Energy drinks have more of this juice flavor or juice texture at least. So it's definitely different from different places.
okay, I
Uh,
see. Hmm.
Here Nego Gear said, "I want to see Neo dressed up as Beat from Jet Set Radio."
Oh my god, that would be awesome.
That would be awesome. Shovel Forms ask, "What about Hurt? What opinions on Hurt?"
Hurt was Hurt was oh he was really nice. He was really nice. He yeah, so he was only able to be in Indonesia for 3 days
Mm,
because he was sponsored by
yeah.
Flat Gaming, right? And like basically he it was his first time abroad as well,
Mhm.
which I'm very honored. I'm very honored that like he is he's here for the first time as his time abroad, and I am like man, like I remember in the ending of day one, everybody was ready to go home, and I
Mhm.
saw her just standing alone, and I came up to him and I said, "Hey, you want to go home or like what?" And then he told me like, "Oh, this is gonna be the last night I get to do anything here. I want to eat Indonesian food and talk to lots of people." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Like I felt so bad for him. I was like, "Okay, dude, I'm gonna make that happen." So even though everybody was tired and wants to go home, I that's why I gathered like the foreigners and some of the Indonesians as well. Like, "Yo,
Mhm.
anyone wanna come over? Like we're gonna eat out together." And
Awesome.
so I did that, and oh, and also he watched me. So as people were cleaning up, I was picking up trash around the venue,
Mhm.
and I was doing it alone. And then he saw me, and he started picking up trash as well.
Aww.
to throw it away. And I was like, "Oh my god, like thank you. Like you're helping me. That's insane. Like that's so nice of him." And yeah, and then we all ate out together. And then when we were done, he wrote me a DM saying, "Thank you so much for gathering everybody to eat, and I talked with people and I had so much fun. Thank you so much." I was like, "Yeah, man, no problem." Like so he was really nice, and I'm glad he got sponsored properly now.
Hmm.
I'm happy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Um, so the first question that I was gonna ask for this lightning round questions,
Oh yeah, yeah, sure.
what is your character demon? This means a character that you hate fighting, even if the matchup is favorable for with a trainer.
Richter
Why?
and Cloud. Richter and Cloud. Richter because I haven't beaten this guy named Xenonite in Indonesia.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps killing me. He knows what to throw. He throws holy water, the cross, and then whip, and keeps doing that, and I die.
Mm-hmm.
And Cloud because even though he's supposed to be freaking easy, I keep dying to him. Like I keep poking shield and then getting upbeat and dying. So yeah, I hate them both.
Fair enough. Question. Milk before cereal?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I do that. I do that, man. Come on.
So yes, milk before cereal.
Yeah, yeah, I do that. I do that.
Yeah, yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
wait, you too?
Yeah,
No
of
way.
course.
No
It's
way.
the better
Let's go.
way.
That is the better way.
It is a better way. The
You're
cereal will
so
stick at the
right.
bottom. It's uncomfortable.
You're so right. Oh my god.
Yeah. Um. So, what's your favorite video game outside of Smash? If it is Smash, outside of
Uh,
Smash.
I guess I like Clash Royale. Oh yeah, Hurt plays Clash Royale too, which is pretty cool. I like Clash Royale. I like Toontown. I don't know if you know what that is.
No.
And I like Team Fortress 2.
Yeah, you said that you like Team Fortress 2. I actually never played Team Fortress 2.
Oh my god, you have to. It's so funny. Like it's a game that doesn't take itself seriously. Like I
Girl,
like it.
I haven't played some really important games. Like I haven't played Fortnite before. I haven't played Minecraft before.
Fortnite. Oh, you haven't played Minecraft?
I haven't played Minecraft. I haven't played Among Us
Oh,
either.
Among Us. You haven't played Among Us?
Nope, never did.
Okay, okay. You know what? You're not really missing out. It's fine.
I'm not.
You're not. You're not. You're good. You're good.
Can you tolerate spicy food?
I like pepper, but not chili. I know Indonesia is like really spicy land, but I just wasn't trained. I think it's too late.
Fair enough. So I don't know if if you understand this next question. ¿Sabes hablar en español?
No entendiendo español.
Oh, at least you explained the you didn't understand Spanish, or it was no, I understand Spanish.
No, no, no. We
Okay,
know entendiendo.
okay,
Uh,
okay, understandable. At least you responded in Spanish. That's okay.
yeah.
Aside from the milk before cereal take, which I respect a whole lot, is there any food take you may have?
Food takes. Okay. Okay. So I know that when you're eating sushi,
Mm-hmm.
you're supposed to eat ginger like in between. Like you're
Yeah.
supposed to eat it in between like foods and stuff. But I honestly like eating ginger with the sushi. Like it tastes good to me. I'm sorry, but yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say one that I never said on camera. Um, I hate egg on ramen. I think, I think it's a
Egg
horrible idea.
and ramen.
Putting the
Huh.
egg, the hard-boiled egg on ramen, it's a horrible idea.
Huh.
I
I
think
mean, hmm.
texture-wise, it's awful and it's borderline vomitive.
Really?
Yeah,
Really? Like it would make it would make you vomit, you think?
like you know when you cut the egg in the ramen, and then
Um.
pieces of the egg goes within the broth.
Uh huh.
Those pieces of egg, mm, it's borderline vomitive texture wise.
Okay.
Um, so the broth kind of adds flavor to the egg. Depends on the broth. Here, Nitrified said the broth kind of adds flavor to the egg.
Oh.
I mean, sure, but it also mostly depends on the flavor of the broth. If the broth tastes kind of mid or doesn't have too much taste, then the egg will also have that flavor. So, eh, I don't want to risk it.
I don't want to risk it. That's so funny.
Yeah, but I do generally have more hot takes related to video games. Not gonna lie.
Oh, I see.
For example, I think Breath of the Wild is mid.
Bro, okay, I see, I see. What is not mid to you? What do you think is not mid? What do you think is good?
My favorite, I mean, my favorite Zelda game is Skyward Sword, but I do
Oh,
understand
okay.
that that it's not possibly the best game. So, I mean, uh, like objectively, I think Majora's Mask or Link Between Worlds is a better Zelda game as a whole. But my favorite game, the game that means the most to me, is Skyward Sword.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And
Okay.
Neko Gear said someone else who says Skyward Sword is a favorite. Yeah, I mean, here in the bottom corner is a secondary character from Skyward Sword known as Tubert.
Oh,
That on every streams that I have, because he's my favorite character on entertainment. Weirdly enough, it became
damn.
as a 30-year character that is basically a minesweeper. Uh, Host of a game in an inside of a game is my favorite character in media. Uh, but Skyward Sword is a game that I think about the most. It's the game that I think about the most, and the second piece of entertainment that I think about the most, aside from Harry Potter.
Harry. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a Potterhead. My
Okay,
wife
okay.
my wife and I wedding my the wedding of my wife and I was centered around Harry Potter.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, it was. I
God,
mean,
that's actually pretty awesome, dude.
yeah, my groomsmen needed to wear something yellow and the brides of honor had to wear something in green because my wife is Slytherin and I'm Hufflepuff.
Oh my God, dude, that's literally so cool. What the frick?
And some decorations about and a lot of the decorations in the celebration were from Harry Potter as well, like the mentors and banners and Azkaban photos, things like that.
That sounds so cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. Um, Yeah, and yes, I don't know why, but I remember that when I was in my teenage years, I had this crossover of Harry Potter and Skyward Sword. Like I was a student of Hogwarts, that
Hogwarts.
could Hogwarts from the universe of Harry Potter, and and suddenly I could figure out how to travel up the clouds, and after that I visited the town of Skyward Sword, like Skyloft, and it was weird as hell, and I had that dream for like 3 months straight. It was awesome. And after that
Oh my
I
God.
keep having like you know when you dream when you have this dream when you're waking up, you're like in like you're awake, but you have like their inner thoughts of different scenarios, of fictional scenarios, and most of the
Uh-huh.
time is something that is completely fictional because it's not real. and I
Uh-huh.
had those with Harry Potter and Skyward Sword.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it.
No, no, no. I get you. I think I got something like that, but with Breath of the Wild.
Interesting. Uh,
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was Negagear or Nitrogen that said, yeah, as Negagear said, Tears of the Kingdom makes Breath of the Wild not mid. I have Tears of the
Oh,
Kingdom. I had the opportunity of playing it, but I haven't played it yet.
okay.
Here's why.
I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom either.
I have the opportunity to play it. Like my roommate has Tears of the Kingdom of my
Oh,
on my wife's stream, on my wife's Switch.
oh, okay.
What's the issue? I hate the idea of crafting.
Ah,
You
I
know that
see.
in
Okay.
Tears of the Kingdom you need to craft items in order
Yeah, yeah.
to like
I know,
progress
I
with
know.
the not with the story or anything, but it makes the game easier. I hate that.
Uh-huh.
I hate it.
Okay.
I hate the idea of crafting, and I know that it doesn't necessarily affect the story, but it just makes the experience better. I don't want to risk it. I need
I
to play
see.
Tears of the Kingdom. I know I should, but I I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like it. And and in and of itself, I don't like Breath of the Wild. Not because of the I mean, Breath of the Wild is a good game, but I don't think it's a good Zelda game.
Okay.
Like, I personally hate that characters in Breath of the Wild don't have character development. Like, they don't.
Oh,
Aside from
oh, they
Zelda,
don't?
they don't have character development. Maybe
Yeah,
Rivali
I
as
haven't
well
finished
has.
it actually.
Maybe Rivali has
Mm,
character development. I don't know, but
I
they don't
see.
have. And the story sucks. Like literally on
I see.
my I'm gonna say something that will rub people the wrong way, but when I started playing, the story was just boring as hell. So, and I knew what the story was gonna be about because I already spoiled it. So I just skipped the cutscenes. I just skip it on my first playthrough because I know it's gonna be. So I just skipped them.
Okay.
I skipped the cutscenes.
Okay.
Uh, so and I mean, it's not a boring game because you have a lot of gameplay things you can use. But
Right.
I'm not here for the gameplay. I'm here for the story and character development.
Uh-huh.
And Breath of the Wild doesn't have that, and I don't like it for that specific
Uh-huh.
reason. Also, I understand why people don't like um, dungeons in Breath of the Wild. I mean, they're ass, and the boss fights are easy as hell. Even the Ganon
Uh-huh.
boss fight is easy as hell. Um, but I don't know. That's not a problem for me. My problem with Breath of the Wild is that the story sucks and the character development is ass.
Mm, I see.
And I don't want to risk it with Tears of the Kingdom. Um, I don't know, but my hottest Zelda take is that I don't like Twilight Princess.
Oh, okay. Honestly, I the only game I've played is Breath of the Wild, if
Fair
it's
enough.
Zelda. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I know of the other games, but I've never played them.
Fair enough. Other my other Nintendo take that brought people the wrong way. I think Mario Odyssey is ass.
Oh, that I'm actually not interested in playing. Like altogether, I'm not interested in playing it.
Fair enough.
Sorry, Nick Dev.
I'm really ecstatic for Super Mario Wonder. Not gonna lie, I think that game
Ah, I see. Yeah.
will be pretty good, and my wife and I are really
Mm,
excited about that game. But when I played
mm.
Super Mario Odyssey, I mean the graphics were cool, but it has a lot of missed potential.
Ah, uh-huh.
I don't know how to explain it without spoiling anything.
I mean, what like the you mean the story of the game?
Even the start of the game is kind of like meh.
Oh, I see.
Um, do you listen to music while playing Smash?
Sometimes, like not always, but well, sometimes.
I understand. What music do you like listening to?
I like house music. I there's this musician I like. It's not house, but like there's this musician I like. His name is Pogo.
Hmm.
He Do you know that meme of like this Chinese lady in a red dress and then there's someone trying to poke her with a stick, but she moves side to side? Have you seen that?
I have like this inside rich, like repressed memory of that meme. I think it exists, but I don't know it.
Okay, well, there was that popular meme, and the song behind it was made by Pogo.
Okay.
So he likes to take sounds from movies, and then he turns it into a song.
Okay.
So he would take like vocal chops or like instrumentals, and he would remix them into a new song. And
Hmm.
I think that was really cool. Like he was the one who got me into music in the first place,
Oh,
to be
awesome.
honest.
Really cool. I'm gonna say one thing. It's one of my weirdest Tacho takes. I
Uh-huh.
actually play Smash with no sound,
Oh, well, I have done that.
but I usually love it more when I'm playing against a snake.
Snake while silent.
Yeah, while silent.
Oh, that's so funny.
It is. I love listening to the sound of the controllers more than the sound of the in-game playing. Um, this is a weird. Wait, Nitrify said LemonACE when a suave chap living in the southern hemisphere of Earth intertwines the frequency of two sound waves. What? Is that something that I'm not understanding? Do
Oh,
you
he's talking
understand?
about Pogo. He's talking about Pogo.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So, do you have tattoos?
No, I don't. I don't.
Hmm. No, I have 5 tattoos, and my
Really?
yeah, my wife has 16 tattoos.
16?
16 or 15. I think it's 15 or 16. Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Will you get a tattoo?
No. I mean, maybe like maybe temporary ones, but I'm
Hmm.
not gonna have an actual one.
Fair enough. Well, last question of this interview: who would you like to nominate so Hishide could come to this podcast?
Neo.
Re- I need to check for.
Neo and Lukrung.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't.
Lukrung, yeah, Lukrung too.
Okay. I'll see what I can do with Lukrung. If you can, if you can hook me up with Neo, that will be cool. I'll need to check for a translator or something. Yeah, unless
No,
he
no, no,
knows
he
how.
doesn't. He speaks perfect English, dude.
Okay, if you can hook me up with Neo, then yeah, I can see. Uh, Here, Shovel. Before we end, Shoveled Form asked a couple of questions about the foreigners. First, he asked, "Did you ever get to talk with Neo in real life? Is he funny in real life too?"
Oh, yeah, well, I did talk to him in real life,
Okay.
and I guess I mean I consider him like close
Okay.
to me. So yeah, he can be pretty funny. Like he likes dad jokes. But he's pretty funny if you talk to him more.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who is your favorite foreigner in Ace High?
Oh, dude. Oh, you can't ask me that. You can't. Man, like everybody was so nice. Like I. Hmm. Look, Krung was so nice. Like Hurt was so nice. Yanbu was nice. Yeah, Yanbu brought me gifts, dude. Everybody is so nice. I cannot pick favorites.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I'm very happy I got to meet everyone. But
Awesome.
I mean, since we were talking about Neo, well, yeah, Neo's pretty cool too.
Hmm. Fair enough.
Yeah, yeah, you know. What else can I say?
No, it's okay. Well, here's where the podcast is coming to an end. Thank you so much to LemonACE. If public wants to look up your social media, where they could find you.
I guess I'm actually more active on Instagram.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it's at Fluffchirp, like at FLUFFCHIRP, and honestly, I only use Instagram. Like I was active on Twitter because of Ace High,
Hmm.
but that's about it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So for the people watching, don't forget to follow me on Twitch or subscribing to my YouTube channel so you cannot miss the chance of watching another podcast and the content that will make in the future. Thank you so much to Shovel Form, Nitrify, and Neko Gear, as well as the people that are rewatching this interview in the future. And yeah, thank you so much to everyone that was watching. And with this, we say goodbye. Live longer and prosper. The game. Goodbye.
Goodbye.